Alright, we are ready to subtract rational numbers, and this is what I call minus and negative. Alright, so we talked about how when you have minus and negative, okay, that's the same as the opposite of negative. Okay, well, the opposite of negative is a positive. So this becomes 10 and 5/6 plus 2 and 1/3. And then this is just a regular fraction problem. You need a common denominator. So you have 10 and 5/6 because the common denominator is 6. So this one stays plus 2 and what? Well, we multiply 3 by 2 to get 6. Whenever we do to the bottom, we have to do the top so that the fraction still equals the same number. And this is 2. Okay, so then we're just going to add the whole numbers. You get 12. And then you add the fractions. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And then the denominator stays the same as 6. We talked about this earlier. This is weird to have an improper fraction and a mixed number. So we're going to change the improper fraction of 7/6 into a mixed number by doing 7 divided by 6. 6 goes into 7 once. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, we get 1. The whole number is 1. And then 1/6. Okay, so we have 1 and 1/6. And the 12. Okay, so that's 13 and 1/6. Just to make sure, I'm going to go back. We change that to positive, so everything was positive. The answer is positive. Positive, positive, positive. 13 and 1/6. Alright, example 5. If I'm going too fast, please pause, slow this down, talk to your group, like, what did she do there? Why did she do that? It's totally okay to do that. Now, if you're doing this by yourself, you can pause and replay all that you want or ask me questions. Okay, example 5. Whoa. Alright. Okay, subtracting rational numbers. Here's a decimal. Okay, so here we have negative 17.538, and this is a negative 12.371. So negative, negative, signs are the same. Add and keep the sign. Our answer is going to end up negative. So I'm going to add these two numbers together. Okay, you line up the decimal when you add decimals. Okay, so decimal, decimal, decimal. So let's talk about this. Here's 0. I'm way down here somewhere in the negative 17 world. Okay, and then I have to subtract, move left, 12 something. Okay, I'm going to be even further down here in the negatives. So see how when I add those two numbers together, it just gives me an even bigger negative. Okay, let's keep going. So add 8, so that's 1, is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry the 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 7 and 2 is 9. Got a lot of 9s going on here. And 1 and 1 is 2. The signs are the same. We add and we keep the sign. Boom, boom, boom. That's our answer. Alright, example 6. Okay, subtracting rational numbers when the signs are the same. We're going to do this again, but fractions. So see here I have negative 2 and 4/7 minus 1 and 1/4. That negative is a minus, a negative, opposite. They're all the same thing. Okay, so both of these are negative. Just like I said before, we're on the number line. Here's 0. We're somewhere down here in the world of negative 2 and 4/7. And we have to move left 1 and 1/4. Okay, so we have a bigger, I guess you could say, negative number. So let's see, we have negative, so add and keep the sign. So we're going to add 2 and 4/7 plus 1 and 1/4, and then end up with a negative answer. Alright, so we need a common denominator. We have 2, and then 7 and 4 both go into 28. Okay, I multiplied 7 by 4 to get the common denominator of 28. When I do the bottom, I have to do the top. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1. 28 is our new denominator. So 4 times 7. When I do the bottom, I have to do the top. Alright, then I just add whole numbers. 2 plus 1 is 3. 16 plus 7 is 24. 3 all over 28. Remember, we started at a negative number and then we subtracted and moved left, so we're still in the negatives. Okay, that is it for subtracting rational numbers. Bye-bye.